Hello guys. So today I'm going to tell you how exactly PCB layout design in a Kicad can have a auto routing option. So for which I considered the circuit here. So it's one of the USB to UART converter circuit. And once you complete the schematic and just go to the layout and you can see here layout is already running, and this is the layout. Now I already placed the components and I positioned it properly, and now I wanted the routing to be made on the bottom copper because I have only let's have two options together, either top or bottom, and both the layers we can assume. So what I suggest is let me have this component, that is U1. I'm going to place it on the, let me edit that, I'm going to place it on the front only. So that's an assembly component. All other components are the through hole component, which is placed on the top of the layer of the PCB. So now I'm going to make uh, the routing. So the usual technique for the routing is the KiCad. We don't have an auto routing feature as of now. You can find it. So it's actually mine is actually the KiCad version 5.1.9 right now. Doesn't have an auto routing features. So because as it is an open source and there are other open source utilities are there which can actually serve this job. So today I'm going to tell you how to use the auto routing features. So for which what you need to do is you need to get the design file here and send it to a third party application. Now that third party application that we are using for the auto routing is the free router. Okay, so free routing is the one. So go to the free routing option. You can just search free routing in Google, and or you can just go to freerouting.org. So this is the website. So freerouting.org is the website under which you have the free routing for different tools. So what we are looking for is using KiCad. So using KiCad, how you want to do the design. So easiest way is to install the free routing executable. Since it is an open source tool, if you want to compile it, okay, so you can also compile the free routing. So go to the layout editor package, and you need to download the layout editor package, and you can get different downloadable options here. So as you can see here, so we have, you can go to get it and downloads. So see, go to downloads, you have a lot of options under this. Either you can go for just a 32-bit, if so my system is now 32-bit Windows. If you use a 64-bit, use a 64-bit installer, or you can simply download the zip file, and you need to locate one file here. So that file I'm going to tell you. I actually installed a 32-bit installer, and I have downloaded this layout editor tool, but it not install everything. What you can do is you can simply install the zip file, and once you install the zip file and go to the location wherever you're going to use that. So now I have this here, see, layout editor. In the program files here I have that application already running, so it's already there in my disk. So on the C drive I'm going to just search the program files. Under the program files I have that the layout editor. Yeah, it's here, layout editor. Under layout editor, under bin folder, you have one file called freerouting.jar. So this is a Java application file. So this Java application file, that is what required. So freerouting.jar, I'm going to repeat, freerouting.jar. So you need to open this jar application, but for which you need a Java runtime application. So you can actually install that as well. So once you do that, if application is available, then it will pop up a window like this. Now what you need to do is go back to the KiCad design. So that's over here, and under this, I mean this PCB, And this, what you need to do is you need to go here and just export the spectra design. Okay, just export the spectra design, and the spectra design is here. I just name it as USB to serial. Okay, so this is USB to serial. I'm going to change the location of that. I'm going to save it in PCB design and Kicad files, and this is belongs to lab 6. Okay, so I'm going to save it here. So this is a spectra file. So I'm going to repeat that. Just go export spectra design, and that file you need to use it on the Java application which I have already opened. So this is a Java application. The search for that file, it is in E drive, and you have here PCB design, Kicad files, and lab 6 spectra design. So USB serial design, spectra design file, open it. So it's going to load your entire design. So this is what the design file that I'm looking for. So without looking much onto this, what straight away you can do is you can simply do here routing and give auto routing option. So just do that. Just click auto routing. So now it will start routing the board, and you can see the different paths. So once it is complete, it will stop by itself, and your auto routing will be completed within a minute. Yes. So so post route is completed. Now you have your module here. So this board, so this is the one which I'm looking for. So what you do is just go here and export it as spectra session file and say yes. Now go back to your PCB here. Just go here and just do import the spectra session, and that spectra session file is here in the same location where you saved it. Just open it. So these are the one which I am actually looking for. Okay, so the auto routing is completed here. So look at this. I think just have a look here. So front, bottom, copper. See here. So this is what we have created a auto routing. So now if I wanted to change the design, okay, so this is the way. So if you want to restrict only for a single side PCB, then what you need to do is go back to the jar here, the Java application, and you can actually close that. So let me close this application, discard the changes, and go back to the PCB schematic, open the editor. Okay, so that is what the application. So if you wanted to design it this way, please use the same technique that I told, in use the Java application here, and file, quit it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reload that just to tell you how we can do further for a single side PCB. Okay, if you are restricting it to single side PCB, you can also do that. Let me try. So Kicad files and lab 6 PSP serial design. Okay, now I wanted only the single side PCB to be considered. So what you do is go to utilities here, and you have a lot of design parameters like net class, so net or net class. So these are the net classes used, and just go to the design info, so the rules and net classes. If you see, and this actually is given in the metric form actually. So according to me, the 10 mils, okay, 10 mils is actually it is in millimeter, okay, hundreds of a millimeter actually. 254 is a number. So actually you can actually, this is now 254 is equivalent to 10 mils. It's in mm, okay, it's in mm unit, but not exactly as 254 mm. It's even less, okay. So but there is a relation between mils and the inches, okay. So 1 mil, 10 mil, so 10 mil is actually corresponds to, you can just have a look with the unit here. So 10 mils to mm. So see, 10 mils is actually 0.254 millimeter, okay. 10 mils, 10 mils is actually 0.254 millimeter. So what they are writing is actually only 254. That means they are multiplied with the 100 value. So that's why it is 254. So you can actually, if you want 30 mils to be tracked with, then you write it 762. So you can do that change over here in the Kicad, sorry, in the jar file net class. So if you write 762, then that's going to change the value, okay. So 762 means it's going to be 30 mils now. So anyway, I'm not going to change it. So you can also try that with the 762 value for both clearance. 762 is a Kicad default value. I'm going to set it, but let me give it as so 254 only. I'm not going to change it because I'm using SMD components, so SMD tabs are matching with that, okay. So here you can change it, and you can also change the parameters, auto route parameters. So auto route parameters, it is auto routing, and the details, whether you want it only on the forward copper or the bottom copper, then you have to decide all that. So what I'm going to looking for is actually the bottom copper, okay. I may be interested only with the bottom copper, but somehow this the placement has to be changed. So if you want it only in the bottom copper, select it as a bottom copper and simply auto route. So it will start routing it. So but this IC is already placed in the top, so I cannot do anything, but you can do that by changing it in the PCB design. Again, this can be exported back to the Kicad. So this is how you can actually make your auto routing feature restricting only for the forward copper or the bottom copper or even the double layer PCB. You can also do it with the free routing tool. So this is the overall procedure. Thank you.